Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Suze. Thank you for being here. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I decided today I want to make a part 2 of the last video I did around emotional manipulation and shame. Because it took me longer than I had been planning to break down some really important things around emotional manipulation and shame that I think a lot of people are still not yet aware of in their journey of emotional healing, emotional intelligence, and emotional maturity. And so today I want to take it a step deeper. I want to take it a step deeper into even more of the subtleties of emotional manipulation. And I do want to preface this video, if you did not see part 1, I do want to start this video off also saying as well that unfortunately I have noticed in working with people and in listening to people and observing people, a lot of times emotional manipulation may be happening and the person who is the emotional manipulator may not even be aware that that's what they're doing. And so I want to preface this video because this is very important to me in helping the collective move out of all of this hyper focus on these buzzwords of toxic, red flags, narcissist. Can we move out of these labels and boxes that are really just trapping us all and really not helping any of us to actually rise? You know, we're in this space of unity consciousness. We're moving out of separation consciousness. So we need to learn how to work together instead of just rejecting and separating ourselves from everything. Yes, clearly, of course, there are people who are genuinely toxic and narcissist and that we do need to have firm boundaries with, particularly if you are an empath. Yes, I am not denying that. But I am saying too often there is a lack of understanding of what is actually happening. And someone may not actually be a narcissist, or someone may not actually be intentionally emotionally manipulating a situation. It is simply a lack of a self-awareness, and someone who has not yet gone far enough in their journey with themselves in their heart space to understand what they're actually doing. So the intention of this video is to shine a light on that and help people recognize what is actually happening below the surface. Because my whole thing is about the energies, the consciousness and the energies. And what you see on the surface is not what is actually happening. And until we all start going deeper, get out of the shallow end and into the deep end, until we all start looking at the energetics of what is happening, we look at the energetics that are therefore manifesting what we see with our human eyes or what we perceive with our physical bodies. We have to go into the energetics. So emotional manipulation and shame, part 2. Part 1, I talked about the very easily identified, in my opinion, the very more easily identified emotional manipulation of the verbal speaking. Telling someone you're overreacting, you're too sensitive. The verbal emotional manipulation that is more obvious in the realm of emotional manipulation. Today, I want to go deeper into that conversation and talk about emotional manipulation at an energetic level. So it's very subtle, but it's there. And if shame is being projected at an energetic level that is not obvious with words or actions, it's not as obvious, well, it is actions, but I'm getting there. It's not as obvious as you're overreacting or, oh, you're too sensitive or whatever it is. When it's more subtle, it's very damaging because we receive it. There's the danger of us receiving it, being influenced by the shame, and then shrinking, right? Because that's all shame is. Shame is a very shrinking energy. So clearly, if we're ever in a space of shrinking energy, how is growth possible there? How is expansion there? How is happiness there? How is emotional fulfillment and satisfaction there? It's not. So going a level deeper with the emotional manipulation, I find this one very interesting. And this is a key component in emotional availability and lack thereof. A key sign of lack of emotional availability. If someone chooses to go to someone else, and maybe there's an emotionality happening here. And this can even be friend level. This doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. This can be any level of relationship. So let's just put it in the friend space to make it easier and less emotionally stimulating for this conversation, okay? Let's say one friend is dealing with something emotional and struggling with something and having a hard time with something emotionally. Or maybe they're having some life experience that they really feel that they want to share and have this beautiful conversation with their friend, this beautiful exchange of energy going back and forth between the two of them. And so this friend goes to the other friend and initiates a conversation. How this friend responds is everything. And if this friend over here is not truly emotionally available and open, has not developed their emotional intelligence, has not brought themselves into a space of emotional maturity, they might listen. Maybe they won't even listen, but let's say there's some level of emotional availability there, some tiny little level. Maybe they'll listen, but will they actually then ask for questions to pull out more truth, to try to understand even deeper where their friend is at and how they can truly be of service to them emotionally? Or do they change the subject? Do they maybe listen and then, okay, and change the subject? That's emotional manipulation. Because at an energetic level, the other person who's speaking, who wanted to share this experience, this life story or emotional situation or emotional struggle, they then realize, oh, I can't talk to this person about that. And oh, I shouldn't talk about this because clearly this person doesn't want to talk about it. And this may not be conscious thought if this person is not highly self-aware. But energetically, subconsciously, they're getting the message. I can't talk about this subject with this person. And if I can't talk about this subject with this person, who else is not safe for me to talk about this thing? Oh, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this. Ooh, maybe I need to shut this down and keep this inside myself. Because if I try to share this thing with someone, they can't handle it. And again, a lot of this is subconscious until someone has reached a high level of energy awareness and self-awareness. Emotional manipulation is very subtle. Emotional manipulation is any kind of energetic, subtle, subconscious exchange that is signifying to someone who is in a vulnerable emotional place or a chaotic, turbulent emotional space and struggle. It's signaling to that person, you're unacceptable. This emotional stuff I can't deal with. You're not allowed to talk about this. You got to deal with this on your own. Go away. You're bothering me. I'm being really blunt, but energetically, subconsciously, that is the message. You know, it's someone coming to someone and wanting to talk about something that is bothering them or something that is coming from the emotional heart space. It's not just, oh, I'm sorry, and then change the subject. No. It's a curiosity. And again, this is feminine energy. This is coming from the heart space. The correct response is, how can I understand more deeply where this person is at? Because until I really understand where they are, I can't meet them where they are and help them or support them or serve them with love. because we're dealing with two people who have two different life experiences. So, how they're going to perceive a current situation, people are going to perceive them mentally and emotionally very differently. So, until you understand why this person is feeling this way, you're never going to be able to meet them and truly be of service to them from your heart. So simply just listening to someone and then kind of brushing it off in some way and moving on to the next subject is emotional manipulation. Because the other person gets the message loud and clear subconsciously. I can't talk about this. They can't handle this. Something's wrong with me. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I gotta shut this down because I'm too weak. I shouldn't be feeling this way. My emotions, my struggle is too much for other people to handle. Shame, 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 shame. Do you not hear it? I'm really fired up about this because I'm really, someone really wise once said to me, the things you should be speaking about and the things that you know are linked to your soul's purpose are the things that you see happening in the world that make you angry. And emotional manipulation and shame is a big thing that makes me angry because it's not okay. I hope this video helped. If you found value, please do subscribe to support my channel and help me get my message out, the awareness out to more people. Drop in the comments below what you appreciated or resonated with the most, please. I love hearing from you guys. Drop me a comment and I'll see you on the next one. Sending much love and healing to you all. Bye-bye for now.